Hello, everyone. This is Candy, the 614 Stitcher. Today is Thursday, February the 25th, and I am coming to give you an update on my stitching for the past week. It's been a very good week. Once we got past all of the snow and the ice, um, I have two children, adults, that live in Texas, and I was concerned, but they fared through very well because they grew up in Ohio, so they're used to the snow. I guess I'm going to jump right into life update. Um, I got photos of all of the snow in Texas, and then there was a hailstorm. So one of my kids lives in Austin, and the other one lives in San Antonio. And the one that lives in San Antonio sent me pictures. It was hailing when he sent me the pictures down. And so I was just like, oh my goodness. But everything is back to normal. It was 72 degrees there yesterday when I talked to him. So everything is going along fine. And I'm thankful that everything worked out for the best. The blackouts, the rolling blackouts that they were having was a little disconcerting for them, but they fared well and came right along with it. I would like to thank all of my new subscribers. I was pretty uh, blown away last week with the amount of new subscribers that I did receive. And if you are returning, thank you so very much for coming back and spending some time with me. And if you are visiting for the first time, I hope that you'll find something entertaining that will make you want to come back for more. We're going to jump right into it because, again, I'm going to be on my 45-minute timeline. So um, it's been a very not as productive as what I had initially wanted it to be week. But, I did get some stitching in. So I am going to start with the finish that I had. Oh, sorry, I thought I had it right here. I managed to finish the flower of the month for February, and this was in the Just Cross Stitch 2020. It was the flower of the month. Um, I really, really enjoyed it. So there was one part that I was really struggling with. And according to the directions, the bottom, this is March, but you'll understand. The bottom, this was done on a 32 count originally. And the bottom is it says to stitch the words 2 threads over 1. And I tried and tried and tried. And I actually did get the threads to go through the Ada. You just punch through the middle line and it will go through. But it just did not look good at all. So I literally sat and just backstitched the month. And I'm going to end up doing that with all of them just to make it easier for me. Because even though I'm using the 16 count, which transfers into or translates into 32 count, um, the doing that one thread or 2 threads over 1, it just didn't look good at all. So I'm going to end up doing that with all of them. So the back stitching went very easy for me. I actually did that one in the yesterday morning because No, I finished it on the 23rd. So I did, that morning I just sat and backstitched the letters. So it worked out really well. So that was my finish for this month. I was hoping to have some more, but that didn't happen just yet. So we're going to go on and go to whips. So the first whip, my first whip this week is made to create. And I did get a little bit more progress. Sorry, losing my coffee. Don't want to spill it. I did get a little bit more progress on Made to Create. And last night I was going through my emails and she released the part two, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I had to text Lynn and be like, "Did you see how big the?" And she was like, "Yeah, I did see that." So I, oh, my stuff is all stuck together. Don't you love it when your needle minders all stick together? I have two different needle minders on here. So I put in the outline for the camera and got some of the inside work done for it. I still need to put in the puzzle piece over here. And I finished whatever this piece is down here and the thread coming up. So now that we've gotten the second part of it, in my plans, I have made a different kind of plan for this project. And so we'll talk about it because it's actually going to be more stitching than maybe not more. I'm just going to put more focus, I think, on it. And we'll talk about that in the plans. And I did stitch for a very few minutes on Stitch for Sweet Freedom by Lindy Stitches. And I was able to put in her hair and the flower. I still have a little bit more of her hair to do on both sides. However, I'm going to keep this piece out and keep working on it through the 28th so that I can put more in. And I'm not for sure if I had the starting of the letters in also. So I have put this on the scroll rod to make it easier to stitch, and it was very much easier for me to stitch on it. So these scroll rods, and I'm very appreciative. They just don't hold the fabric as tight as what I'm used to, but I'm still working with it and they're coming along nicely. I am going to end up taking out this spool right here. It is off by one stitch. Um, and I learned that by putting in the hair because I thought I was off on the hair. But as it turned out, this red spool is in the wrong spot. So I'm going to have to fix that. I still love that piece. And again, that piece is also on my whip go. So it will continually to get work put into it. My next project is Stronger Together, which is by the Fat Quarter Shop. And I am doing this one right now. I'm still working on that one. And so far, I have put in the outline this week. I put in the outline for the other blues triangle and the outline for the other white. And you see how that looks like it's off? It's really not. I counted it and the stitches are actually the same. I don't know if it's because of me having the fabric in this Qsnap and the fabric is off, but this morning I counted that like 3 times just to make sure because I was like, are my eyes playing tricks on me or something? And I want to thank, and I went back through the comments to find your comments so that I could thank you personally. Someone,
Here's a reminder. Community meeting.
Alexa, cancel reminder. Sorry. You're going to hear all of that because I don't edit. Um, Someone had told me, so this black star right here, and I don't know how she saw that, but she sent me a message and was like, Candy, read, look at your that last black star. There's a stitch out of place. And she said she had done the same thing, and that's how she knew. And I went back and counted, and I was like, how did she see that on this screen? Me waving it all around and everything. And she picked it out, and I immediately fixed it. So thank you so very much to whoever it was that sent me that message, because I would have been really upset if I'd have started taking stuff out all because one stitch was just in the wrong spot. So thank you so very much. I'm going to also continue working on this through the 28th and beyond, because of course I'm not finished with it yet. Um, they have, this was the fourth week for it. And so, a lot of people have finished with it, but I have not. And so I'm going to keep on working on it, um, at least up and through the 28th. And then I'll see about pulling it, if I'm going to keep it going after the 28th into March, or, um, put it in the whips and let it hang out for a little while. So the next project was my February Heart and Hand, and I am really still loving this project also. And I think one of my loves about the project is that I have not stitched very much with variegated floss. Um, I do use DMC, and I'm okay with DMC, but watching these colors come out, and you're not going to be able to really see it very much on the screen, but like right in here where there's a variation of color, like all of that just like energizes me to want to keep stitching on this. I was concerned a little bit about the white stitches that are used in this heart. However, I'm going to just go ahead on and leave it. There's another heart that goes right here. I need to finish off the word February, and then finish up the border. When I'm stitching a border, I don't even remember who said that to me, but I stitch part of the border, and then as I keep working around the middle, I keep finishing the border, so that I don't stitch the whole entire border and then realize that it's off, or that it's not um, correct with what's going on in the inside. And that has really been helpful to me, to instead of stitching all the way around. And then you get to a certain part of it and it's off, and then you got to start taking out all those stitches. So I'm going to keep going with this project also. Um, we have a few more days in February, and I'm actually hoping that if I work on this more on my 30 minutes in the morning, more, consistently in the morning, make this my 30-minute morning focus piece, that I will actually get this done before the 28th. So, but I am still loving that. And so that was all for the whips this week. I do have an announcement. Um, as you know, quite a few of the project bags, this is one of them, that my friend Lynn, she makes project bags, and she has started a mystery project bag. And the first month will be March. And let me tell y'all, these glasses and me. And now that I done braided up my, or twisted up my hair. So the announcement is the bag, it's a 13 and a half by 15 and a half. It has vinyl in the front. It's created by Lynn X Stitches Creates. She is on Instagram, and it does hold an 11 by 11 Qsnap. It also comes with one exclusive needle minder by my friend, also Rebel Stitcher Designs, and she is on Instagram and has a Facebook group. And there is an exclusive pattern from MI Studio Creates, um, plus a few other goodies for the low price of $50 for US residents and $60 for the rest of the world. Shipping is included in that price. On Lynn's Instagram, there's a Google Doc, and you want to fill out that Google Doc, and then she will be invoicing you. I believe that, yes, invoices will be sent out on the 28th, and the paid bag sets will be mailed out on the beginning of March the 1st. She has very high quality bags. I mean, they are wonderful. She makes the little zipper pulls out of a cover button. This was the bag she made me for my birthday. Her favorite color is blue, and my favorite color is purple, and so she made us matching bags, but her inside is blue. It is a very large bag, very high quality. I could not recommend her highly. So if you're interested in a mystery bag, please go to Instagram and look up Lynn X Stitches Creates. So that was my announcement for my friend. I got a sneak peek of the fabric, and it is awesome. She also has put a sneak peek of the fabric that she's using for the bag on her Instagram, so you'll be able to see it then. So next I'm going to go into haul. Yeah, haul. So I contacted my friends at FAD Needleworks again, because they are selling, and I just want to make sure, I'll have their information down in the description box below, but it's FAD Needleworks on Etsy, and they are one of the shops that are selling the Sunday Stitches by Heartstring Samplery. There's only the mantra for it is, well, not mantra, but if the shop is on a automatic ship, then they sell these charts. And I have gone through Beth's website, and she has all the songs listed that she is going to be charting. And I just was like, okay, I'm going to have to get every last one of them. Great is thy faithfulness, how great thou art. I mean, just classic hymns that I have sung in church for years and years and years. And so I would encourage you, if you like hymns, to look at picking them up. I don't know. They will not be released with the market, the new ones. These only are exclusively sold, through automatic ship shops. Ooh, you say that real fast, you could get jacked up. But so here's what the chart, or what the stitch will look like when it's completed. And this one is Be Thy My Vision. And so I am just so excited to be collecting these. Great hymns of the church. So that was the first chart that I ordered, and no chart travels alone, or floss, or anything else for that matter. And so when I was on the website, I was looking and I saw this Waxing Moon Designs um, chart, and I was like, yeah, I gotta have that. Stitching each day keeps the crazy away. And I can attest, yes, that is what does it. So it was a very fun chart. And so I was glad to get that. And then I'm very light on haul this week. I had to buy a refrigerator. And so Paul was like, I need to hold up. Plus, with Market, I have a whole page already that I'll be emailing um, to Keepsakes. And every time I go and look, I'm adding more and more things to the list. And so I'm like, okay, you need to set a number because you don't know how much it's going to cost. So, how do you set a budget? You send them the email, they order the stuff for you, then it comes in. So I was like, okay, I need to like pick how many do I really, 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 really have to have in March because phew, I got a whole lot already written down on my sheet. Um, so Lynn was at Keepsakes and sent me a message and a picture and was like, "Do you have this? Have you seen it?" And because she knows that I love butterflies, I told her, yes, just pick it up for me. And so this is Ursula Michaels Let's Cross Stitch, and it's a butterfly, and then it has all of the words pertaining to cross stitch in it, and I thought it was wonderful. My only change is that she made the scissors, which I'm not going to change it. She made the scissors and the antennae purple, where I would love to like see purple in the body, in the wings of the butterfly, but I'll be okay with it the way that it is. And that's all of my haul this week. Like, I really had to, between Market and a new refrigerator, I had to scale back. So, although I have really been looking a lot. So that moves me on to my plans. I will be getting the new WIPGO numbers. They will be coming out on Saturday, the 27th. So I'm not sure what my WIPGO project numbers will be called yet for March. Um, with that being said, though, I really need to focus more on my WIPGO projects. This is the second month in a row now that I did better this month than I probably did in January, but I need to really set goals and stick to the goals for the WIPGO because I do not want to be trying to catch up in December or November or even October. So I need to really, really sit down and focus. Initially I put 10 hours down and I thought that was a very mediocre goal. And again, I need to make sure that I'm keeping those projects really at the front of the basket because so easily I pick up these other projects and I'm just like going and going and going and going on them. But then the WIPCO projects are at the back of the basket. So that I need to make my WIPCO because those are ones that they're larger and but I want to get them done. I love them. So I am also going to start making making one of the projects that I'm working on for the month. I'm going to call it the Whip of the Week. And this week, because the part two just dropped, I'm going to make Made to Create my Whip of the Week um, for 5 straight days. So in the evening time, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna work on it in the morning because it I need to do something lighter in the morning. But I think, not think, I am going to work on it in the evening time and get some work in on it so that I can be really focusing on keeping up with Made to Create. I do not want it to be on the whip board like Positivity Rules is. I want to keep up with it. And I think if I make it a focus for the first week after it comes out, then that'll help push me a little further along instead of, just, oh, this Tuesday I'll pick it up and, oh, next Tuesday. Making it a priority this week since it just dropped should help me really get a good amount of stitches in on it and move it forward faster. I am going to work on Sweet Freedom up until the 28th, and then she will go rest a while until Whipco calls her or until a prompt in the Magazine Monthly group comes up. And I am going to also work 2 more hours on my MLK sampler because it has a goal of April the 4th, and I'm going to meet that goal. So now I'm going to move into March plans because they did post what our challenge and acrostic is for the month of March. So March, and I don't know what date it is, but Carolyn's birthday, Seasilk Stitch, is in March, and her favorite color is blue, and so that's what the main theme around it is, blue. And so for my blue, sorry, glasses. You would think that I didn't wear glasses every day, but I have to. So I have a eye condition um, that developed slowly over 2 years, and my cornea is actually bulging in both of my eyes. So I could be sitting and working or anything, and then all of a sudden everything is super blurry and I can't see. So I went to a specialist, and so I have to wear um, hard contact lenses, and I can see for miles and miles, but I can't see anything. Like sitting here reading my book or reading my notes is super blurry. So then I have to put the glasses on and take they're just little readers, but that's why I keep putting them on and taking them off and putting them on and taking them off. Because looking at the screen, I can see just fine. Looking at the notes, not so good. So for the main theme, which is blue, I chose to use blue fabric, and this is a 14 count, a 14 count, and the name of a 14 count color and cotton, and the name is Bell Bottoms. And it does have a little bit of modeling in it. I love color and cotton fabric. It is just, I love it. And for the stitch that's going to go on it, I chose Steel Rose. And that is what it will look like. It is 103 high by 51 wide. And this is in Yeah. The February 2020 edition of Just Cross Stitch magazine, and there is a wonderful story regarding the rows and all in this. So if you have this magazine, read that story. I am not for sure about it involves the floss that was used, which is silk. And the name of the silk is called 65 Roses. Yes. Tween Way Silks, 65 Roses, Harmony Silk Floss. That's what it's called. And so I'm not sure about using that, especially since March is just next Monday. But the story, and it is really, really a good story. So that's my main theme for March. And then they chose to put two acrostics on. The first one is lion or lamb. And they said if you're super for super challengers, you could do both. Well, I'm not a super challenger, so I'm going to do lamb. And for my L, I am doing a Lizzie Kate chart, and it is Be Kind Always. And I actually have had already started this. Christine Stitch All the Things does a bi-weekly um, Wellness Wednesday stitch. And when she first talked about doing this, um, I already had a couple of the charts. So when she said that she was going to be using this series, I just went and got the rest of them, and I have been working on them. And so this is where it's at for right now. Um, I actually had taken this down to the beach when I went at Christmas time and worked on it a little bit. And so that is my L. And then my A is, and I can't show you the chart, it's just the chart. But it is the hands-on design year of celebration, and it's April. And it won't take me very long to do this. I have the raindrops to do. As it turns out, this line, thankfully it wasn't the cloud, because I did check. This border piece is in the wrong spot, because I about had a heart attack when I looked and noticed that it was off. So that's my A. And then I will have a new start for my B, and it is Country Cottage Needleworks Beachy King. Ooh, let me take it out the plastic. I have a lot of beach. Ooh, pardon my hair. I have a lot of beach cross stitch patterns, because someday I'm gonna have a beach themed living room and bathroom, and that is where I'm. So I bought a lot of beach themed charts, thinking, okay, if I buy them now, I'll stitch them up, and when my room is ready, I'll be able to put them in. So, but this is what that looks like. And then for my M, and I do have everything all kitted up and everything. Which, when I realized about the whole kitting up process, I was like, man, how come I haven't been doing this all the time? For my M, I am going to do the March flower of the month from the Just Cross Stitch 2020. And this is in the April. And I'm really looking forward to it. I am going to order the call for threads for this. And right now I'm hoping that I'll be able to just work on the leaves, the vase and the leaves, and that the floss will come in. Um, the floss for this is Weeks Dye Works, and it's Amethyst and Purple Majesty, and I don't have either one of those yet, so I am gonna really hope and pray that I can get them in before I actually need them, because I'm going to, that floss is purple. I'm using that floss. So, and that is my magazine monthly challenge pieces. Barring no unexpected pop-ups or anything, that's what I'll be working on. I'm pretty sure though I'm going to really try hard to work some other things in too, because I didn't get very much accomplished on Harriet Tubman. I didn't even bring it over here. Oh, I wanted to show you all my bag also. So Lynn made me a Harriet Tubman project bag also. She is very, very good. She is very good. I'm sorry, because I didn't get a lot of stitches in on her. So I will just show you this really quickly. This is the oval with her portrait in it, and I decided to start on her hairline so that I could keep my place. So far that's where I'm at. And believe it or not, that's actually like an hour and a half. There's a lot of stitches in this piece, so um, but I'm going to keep putting stitches in her also. Um, not that not that I'm like rushing to get her finished, but I just want to keep her in the forefront also, so that I can keep showing good progress on her. I hope you all have had a good week and will have a good week. This past week, I heard someone say, um, it was about perfection and striving for perfection. And one thing that I took away from that is I always try to keep up with what progress I see others making, but others don't have the same lifestyle that I have. You know, some people can stitch really fast, some people can do the sewing method, some people, that's all they do. They don't have another craft. In March, I'm going to start showing my quilting progress that I've been making. I'm actually working on 3 different quilts. So I am learning not to compare myself to what other stitchers do or even quilters. That I am my own person. This is my craft that I enjoy and love. And I may not get done at the same time as everyone else, but as long as I'm continually enjoying what I'm doing, then that's all that matters. So I hope that you too just continue enjoying what you are doing, what you're stitching on, and have a good week. And I will see you next week. Bye.